NBC5 News at 6 starts now.
Local leaders discuss Measure 110, how we got to where we are, and the road ahead. Good evening. Thanks for choosing NBC5 News at 6. I'm Jenna King. Andrew Boyd will join us in about a half an hour. This afternoon, the Chamber of Medford and Jackson County hosted a forum to discuss the future of Measure 110 now that House Bill 4002 is on Governor Kotek's desk. NBC5's Lauren Pareto is live in studio with details on Jackson County's ideas to move forward. That's our top story tonight at 6. Lauren.
Jenna, Oregon has been ranked 50th in the country on addiction treatment access. With House Bill 4002 passing both House and Senate, many are hopeful that ranking will improve. If signed by the governor, the bill will make a lot of changes to Measure 110, but panelists say the message behind the measure remains the same.
People who find recovery and gain stability and be amazing leaders in our society, that they have to have the support of our community in order to do that.
The panel at the Chamber's forum on Measure 110 included community leaders who face Oregon's addiction crisis on a daily basis. This included Stephanie Mendenhall, Executive Director and founder of Reclaiming Lives Recovery Cafe, Brandon Orr, manager of Reclaiming Lives Recovery Cafe, Dwight Holton, CEO of Lines for Life and former U.S. Attorney, and Max Williams, former president and CEO of Oregon Community Foundation. Williams says with addictions, we have to think about intervention in a broad way, and that a misdemeanor might be the best way to prevent future felonies.
For a consequence to matter, there has to be a place for somebody to go, or that consequence doesn't actually make a difference, right?
And while Mendenhall agrees with the recriminalization in House Bill 4002, she wants to emphasize the importance of making treatment available.
The community is impacted when people get clean. So the crime rate goes down, families are reunited, health outcomes get better. And so I really believe that the direction that we're going with the new legislature is going to help reinforce that.
With the introduction of criminal charges in House Bill 4002, citizens are concerned with the amount of jail space they'll need in their community. Williams says that's one of the biggest issues each community will have to work out for itself.
Given the geographical differences and differences in jail bed availability and treatment bed availability, that's going to look different on a county-by-county basis.
But Williams also hopes that with more resources for treatment centers, jail space won't be as dire.
If you had more detox beds, you would need fewer jail beds because you could use that relationship to get people into detox and then on into treatment.
Holton says communities need to recognize that their jails are mental health facilities and they need to treat them as such.
How many of you would sentence a person with diabetes to a jail that did not stock insulin? And everyone's like, well, we would never do that. You do it every day with opioid addiction when you sentence people to jails that don't have the medication that we know works.
Panelists all seem to agree that the proper amount of positive and negative reinforcement could really change the tides of Oregon's addiction crisis.
Is there hope? And the answer is emphatically yes.
So the more we can intervene early and get people into treatment and substance addiction programs that are addressing that issue, the less likely we are they're going to suffer those later consequences.
Orr, who announced he is nearly 7 years clean, says he's just glad people are willing to help.
I've lost almost 40 friends since 2020, so I'm just really glad that we have some people in this room that are ready to make a change, so thank you guys so very much.
Williams says he's heard every legislature, regardless of party, say they're not done with Measure 110. Panelists say a lot more work and tweaking is going to need to happen before people really start seeing the impacts. Live in the studio, Lauren Pareto, NBC5 News.